Let's just so thank you guys so much for taking the time to come on. So I really just want to talk through how things are going this month, what you guys are struggling on, what do you feel like is working for you, what you feel like, how I can add value and help you guys more. Like I was just saying, Gina, that I've been having more one-on-one conversations with people. It's not that I'm not trying to engage more in the team. I'm just doesn't seem like people are interacting. I know there's a lot going on too, because I use my team page and I'm posting a lot in there to inspire everyone. And then there's our private page too. And Holly actually said that she hasn't really been like seeing the updates for the Team Cup page. Do you guys get those like on your feed? Like when I post something, like do you guys see that I posted something, or do you actually have to go to the page? Like does it notify you?
I'm definitely getting it in the notifications, but I'm not sure if it's popping up on the feed or not.
Okay. Um, so yeah, she was just saying that she wasn't really like seeing them. So I don't know if that's why some people like aren't communicating in there, or everyone's just been really busy, which I completely understand. It's a busy time of year. Um, I mean, one of the things I want to stress enough, and again, I know you guys are super busy, but it's just talking to as many people as possible. I mean, I'll be honest, guys, like my Success Club is not where I want it to be right now, my points. But I've probably started about, I don't know, at least 50 new conversations in the last week. So, just trying to build those relationships. And I know, Heather, like you're new, and, Gina, you've been doing this for a while too. But one of the things that Holly and I have been talking about is she really wants to do well this month because of Team Cup and the goals that she's working towards. But starting all of these new conversations, it's like usually the sale doesn't just happen in a day. It's like building that relationship. So I don't know if you guys are kind of torn on that too, and you feel like, oh, I want to make the sale, but I also like really want to help this person and not make them feel like I'm just trying to make a sale. So is anyone else kind of having that going on right now? Like, are you such in the beginning of conversations, you feel like you just need more time in order to get them to commit, or like or are people telling you they're not ready yet, or what's going on?
Yeah, I've had a little bit of that. And then I think in terms of just starting conversations, like I don't even really know where to start.
Okay.
Like I'm not like, I know I've talked to you about it before. Like I am not a Facebook user
Yeah.
traditionally. So for me, like my friends, when I was just at my bachelor party, they were like making fun of me. Of course they're supportive, but they were just teasing me. They're like, you don't ever post anything. And like, now we're seeing you post, like what's going on? And so we are just like laughing about it. But I'm like, I know, like, I don't even know what I'm doing because it's just not something that I do. I think it's my first status I ever posted in Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely did mention that. And I don't know, Holly, like, Holly, were you a big poster before you got in this, or?
I mostly posted pictures of my son. So I started out really strong, like posting a lot about Shakeology and stuff like that. And then I think I found people were like, hey, where are the pictures of your son? Where are this, that, So then I tried to tie in what I was doing before so that people were still seeing Beachbody and Shakeology and all that, but they were also seeing my son. And like, because I think I got so caught up in posting about Beachbody that I totally stopped doing what I was doing before, which is what people were following. And so this week I totally did something different, and I just tried to I put a lot of posts about Jacob, I put a lot of posts about personal stuff, and then I tied it in. And then today alone, I got 3 separate messages from people that I haven't even started contact with, just asking me about the price of the program and what I'm doing. And because today I posted a picture of me fitting in a new dress, or, the other day I was talking about how I can run around after Jacob. So I tried to tie it in so that people don't see that giant change, because I was afraid that people were going to start unfollowing me and not looking at my feed, which I didn't want them to do.
Right.
Also, I read this thing about, and it's kind of like a trick, I guess, but what this guy was saying, I watch a lot of videos of other coaches, and he was saying, post something about, your beach body or your workout, make it personal, and then message your people that day. And he's like, usually if you haven't talked to that person in a while, they're going to look at your page first and see your post and then ask you a question about it. And I was like, whatever, I'll try it. And I did it. And every person I messaged was like, hey, what are you doing? I just saw this post. So I thought that was kind of neat too, just to kind of engage people in what you're doing so that you don't even, I just wrote them and was like, hey, how are you? And didn't mention anything. And they were the ones that brought it up, which made it more easier for me.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Holly. Thanks. And I think that really kind of ties into when I started as a coach. Obviously, Heather, I used Facebook probably more than you at that point, but so I was more comfortable.
Everybody does.
Like when I look back at like sometimes, you know, on like the right hand side, there's like the timeline. Like sometimes I'll click like 4 years ago and like some stupid post will come up. I'll be like, I'm going to the shopping mall. I was like, why would I post that? Like seriously. I'm just like, I can't even believe that I used Facebook for that. But anyways, I think there's a lot of truth to that, Holly, because in the beginning, I didn't even like really use the whole challenge group thing. I just started forming with people. I was posting about what I was doing, and then I would just reach out to them and say, hey, how are things going? And then they would say, you know, oh, what are you doing now? Like, I see that you're part of Beachbody, or like, what is that? And so it usually just naturally comes up. You know, obviously not for everyone. They have to have somewhat of an interest in it, but it definitely can be a natural conversation if, like Holly's saying, something about your page draws them to it. But I agree, too, that it should be a balance. And obviously, again, Heather, this is more of a struggle for someone who, you know, has never posted. And Gina can speak to this, too, when I'm done talking, because Gina had it even maybe slightly harder because she didn't even have Facebook. So, like, she started from nothing, like, even just building friends. So, and she can speak to that, too, if she doesn't mind. But, yeah, when I was Gina, do you want to say something?
No, yeah, I was just gonna say it was super awkward for me because I couldn't even figure out how to use Facebook, let alone start doing posts. So I really started small until I kind of felt comfortable with it. And now it's kind of funny because I've only been doing this for a few months and it already feels like it's a natural progression. Like it didn't feel like I went from 0 to 60. I reached out to people that I already knew, started posting little bits and pieces about Beachbody peppered in with pieces about my life in general. And then it just, over the last couple of months, just increased from there. So it kind of felt like it wasn't like I went from 0 to 60. Also, I did get, like, especially some of my friends and family members sort of picking on me a little bit because I was so against Facebook. Like, I ridiculed people who were on Facebook. I was like, it's just so stupid. It makes no sense. So I had a lot of crow I had to eat. So I definitely started my posts off with just almost like a little bit like, you know, hey, I'm here. This is the new floor we got put in our house, and you know, like stupid stuff like that. And then I would start posting in between there things about my workouts. But again, I kind of started like not so much in your face, and I guess it depends on who you are. Maybe you'd be more comfortable with just going straight into the Beachbody stuff. But I didn't really start off with like, I'm using this product and it's awesome. It was more of just kind of like a description of what my workout felt like, or a description of how I maybe didn't want to work out but kind of did work out. And then I would start talking a little bit more about the products I was using rather than starting off with the products I was using first. I kind of wanted to warm myself up to Facebook before I jumped into it. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah, no, that's great, Gina. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I will say, and I know I've talked with my team about this before, but probably not you guys yet. But it's always good to, like Holly said, like post about like your everyday life still. You know, if you have kids, it's good to post about them, like things that people like will really get excited about. Like Heather, you're about to get married, so like posting about that, like that will be exciting for people, you know, to follow your journey on that. You know, and anything that you guys are doing on the weekend, like you just had your bachelorette party. Like I know I was like excited to see all those pictures. So, you know, things like that, still do those type of things, and then incorporate Beachbody and like your other passions. Like I always tell people, like pick your 5 passions to post about. So Heather, you're huge into cooking too, like nutrition. So I think that's something you could really use too. Like you take the time to make like really great, inspiring dishes. So I feel like I don't know, but maybe that would be a comfort zone for you because you love to cook. So that's something like a passion that you could share with people. And again, that's inspiring people to start a healthy journey without being like beach body. You know what I mean? Because like it's not all beach body. So I think that's something that could be cool for you to do. And then talking about the workouts here and there, and take the opportunity to invite people to a challenge group. But like Holly said, definitely try not to make it all beach body, especially because this is so new to you. Like people will just be like alarmed by it. Of course, your friends will just joke with you because, like you said, they support you and love you. But other people will probably be like, "What the hell is going on?" Yeah. And it's good that people like that are honest because Tiffany Martin. We're best friends, and at one point, and this was like months into my coaching, she like reached out to me and she's like, something's got to give. She's like, literally, it's beach body everything. Like, I don't even know what you're doing anymore. And I was happy she said that because like sometimes you just get so busy in your everyday life with anything and you just don't realize that. So it was really good that she brought that to my attention. So I started to do more and incorporate more into like my posts and my everyday things that I'm doing. So I think those are great takeaways. And I know Gina wouldn't mind, like always feel free to reach out to anyone on the team in order to talk through these things. If you want me to review a post before you post it, or, anything that we can do to help you in order to gain that confidence and being comfortable with it. I mean, I'm more than happy to do anything that I can do. And if you share a post that you feel like is kind of vulnerable, like, I don't know if you've seen this in the team page yet, but people will post in the team page being like, can you come give my post some love? So it's not like crickets on your page. If it's something that meant a lot to you, that took some courage to post. So try to incorporate things like that too. Because I try really hard to make this team a family and that we're here for each other. So that's something that, is really important to me. So I want you guys to feel that kind of, team and that family support on your everyday post. As far as reaching out, do you guys feel like you're having a hard time? I told people to make a list of 100 new people, which I know 100 seems like a really lot. When I started making my list, and I mean, I friend people all of the time. I've been building my like page. So when I started actually going through my Facebook and realizing all of the people I still haven't talked to, like, it was happening easily for me, but then again, I've been doing this longer. So do you guys feel like you're pulling teeth to try to find people to talk to?
I feel like more people contact me than I have success with these, because I'm forming with people all the time, but I sometimes feel like those people aren't the ones that I'm actually getting into the challenge groups and getting the challenge packs for. I feel like I'm talking all the time to people, and then all of a sudden someone will write me, and then all of a sudden I've sold a challenge pack, so sometimes I feel like it's luck, which is scary to me, but I think also that my forming will pay off at some point. So I just keep doing it. But it's funny because the people that message me are the people that I wouldn't even have thought to message. So having me think more like about the people that I'm contacting and maybe trying to branch out in who I contact. Another thing I've been doing is like, I'll add people onto my page as friends, but then I don't message them right away. I like give them a while to be my friend first. That way they don't think like, oh, she just friended me so she could write me about Beachbody. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's the way you do it or.
That's actually how I do it. There are definitely a lot of coaches have a different perception as what they think is what you should be doing in that case. Some people, so for you guys that don't know my story, that's how I became a coach. Like my coach, I didn't know at all. And she friended me on Facebook and I started watching her posts. So that's why I do it that way. Cause I don't feel uncomfortable doing that. Cause I wouldn't be where I am today if she didn't do that. So I think what you can relate to in your story is what works best for you. So like, think about like how you became a coach and, cause that's how you're going to be able to really relate to people. Like what inspired you to get started? Like Heather, like, I think you just kind of like saw me doing it and reached out to me one day about T25. So like, think about that. Like think, like, so posting you should see the importance in that because that's how you got started. So maybe thinking about it that way will make you feel more comfortable with the things that you want to post. So Holly, I've friended random people since I've been a coach. And I do the same thing. I don't message them right away. I give them time to just see what I'm doing, hopefully get inspired, either reach out to me on their own or eventually, like I'm doing right now, months later, I'll go through my friend list, figure out, oh, this person's new that I haven't talked to. For people that don't know Facebook well, when you go into your friends, there's a thing that says at the top, recently added. So if the person hasn't been your friend too long, but, kind of recent, that would pop up. So that's an easier way to shift through your friends. So I have over 3,000 friends now. So there's a lot of people to go through. So that's a hint too. That's kind of a good trick for you guys to use in order to find people. There's a great video I have too on navigating social media, Heather, that would probably be helpful for you, and how to connect with people that have certain interests as you. So you can basically search for people who like yoga, or search for people who like nutrition. So you're not just friending just anyone, you're actually friending someone that has similar interests to you. So you know already that they'll be interested in following you. So that's a good tip too, which I'll send to you as well, or I'll share it in the team page or something. But yeah, I mean, all of those things, like what you incorporate into your business in order to grow your business, really you need to kind of figure out what works for you and what's in your comfort zone, what you feel like is more natural and, not going to be awkward for you. Holly, to what you're saying, it's always good to do both. It's amazing that you're already in your business where people are reaching out to you, and it's definitely because you're sharing your story now. Like Holly's to the point that she's had amazing results with 21 Day Fix, and she's sharing that, and that's what inspires people. Transformations is what gets people the most over anything, because they want to know that these products work. I mean, people know about these products. There's a million infomercials. Beachbody spends millions of dollars every year for these infomercials to market these products. So ideally, we don't really need to be screaming Beachbody, 21 Day Fix, all of these things on Facebook, because people already know they exist. What they don't know is if they actually work. So the reason they buy from someone is because they relate to your results. They relate to you, they know you, maybe they don't. But once they can put a before and after together and understand, wow, this person's a real person, like they're not some fitness guru, like they're an average person who actually decided to make a change in their life and it's working. And that's what is really going to excite them to reach out to you and ask you for more information. So that's definitely what's probably working really well for you, Holly, but don't stop forming, because that will pay off. So I think your business always should be a combination of both of those things. Inspiring people on Facebook to get people to reach out to you without you doing the work, but then doing the work and getting those additional people. So, because there are some people, you guys gotta understand, like, to do really well in this business, you have to understand the business and want a bigger life and something more for yourself. But you also do want to have to help people. Like we're in the business of helping people. So the people you're reaching out to, they may need you to reach out to them. Like they may never be the person that reaches out to you on their own because they don't have it within them. Like they know they need this, but they will never push themselves to that point. So that's why it's always good to like have the mindset to be doing both of those things. What else?
Heather.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Gina. I just wanted to add, oh my gosh, do you guys hear my phone ringing? I'm on my cell phone, which doesn't get good service, and I can now hear my house phone, and I couldn't find it for the longest time before I called in. And now somebody's calling my house, and I can finally find my phone. Anyways, that's a side note. What I was going to, and now I'm totally distracted by the phone. Okay, hang on one second. Sorry. I had something really good to say too.
Don't forget what it is.
Okay, so sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Oh my God, I'm so terrible. Heather, you were saying something that kind of made me think of when I first started. Oh, okay. So I used to get, just if anybody can learn from me if you're newer, I used to get really discouraged when I would reach out to people that I was sort of familiar with, but maybe not good friends with, and I would ask them to join my challenge groups, and I was being really proactive, and then I wouldn't hear from them, and I'd be like, man, I kind of felt like, like, for example, there's this one girl that I used to run races with. I didn't know her well. I knew her from the girl that I ran races with. So she seemed like she would be into this, and she never responded to me. Well, months later, she finally reached out to me, and she's like, I'm going back to school, and I really want to, like, get my fitness on track and all this stuff. And I was really surprised because when I first started, I was like, I'm kind of bummed. I thought this girl would definitely be into this, and she's just blatantly ignoring me on Facebook. And I got really discouraged. I was like, that sucks. But now she's reaching out to me, and now she's interested in some of the programs. So my point is to not, like, get too discouraged if people don't respond to you right away, because you never know what's going on in somebody else's life. So don't take it personally. Just keep talking to other people. Maybe touch back with them in a month, and maybe they'll surprise you and reach out to you afterwards.
Absolutely. That's a really great point, Gina. Absolutely. And this is what I mean, guys, like with building relationships, and like, unless someone says absolutely not, leave me alone, you're crazy, I don't leave them alone. Like, I always keep building that relationship and follow up with them at some point. And I don't know, Heather, like, I'm assuming you're an organized person from what I know about you, but like, if
I'm sorry, this is not my best organized time period in life, but I generally am extremely organized.
I use so there's different techniques to use. I just use Excel. I love Excel to keep track of the people that, and I can send you an example of like what I use, but it just has different columns.
Too, right?
I don't know.
I think you did.
Okay, well, I can do it again. But it's basically a list of their names and like when I reached out and what they said and what I think they would be interested in, and just all of that in order to kind of keep track of it in one place. Because it's just easier, because if it is someone that says, hey, get back to me in 2 months, that's a little bit of a while, so you may forget about them. So trying to keep everything in one place and organized is like the best way to go about it, for sure.
Yeah.
And of course, I use Facebook a lot and just message people through Facebook, because then you can scroll back and see like who you haven't messaged back. But it's kind of difficult too. Again, if like someone's like pretty far back, then you may lose it. So I think a spreadsheet is the best way to go.
I love spreadsheets.
Yeah. Oh my God, they're like my best friends. And that's a good point, Gina, because I always tell people like, so I've hit Success Club 10 or higher since I've been a coach, and people always ask me like, how are you doing that? It's like, the people that are buying from me today, most of the time, are people I started talking to 2 months ago. And that's why, like Heather, like the struggles you're having are completely normal right now, because it's hard. You have to build that momentum. So like when you're first starting, you don't have that momentum yet. Like you're just starting to talk to people. So that's why it takes a little longer in the beginning. But those daily behaviors are so important, because they will pay off. So like you just need to start talking to people, because then they'll start purchasing at different moments in your business. Like basically some people will purchase right away. They're like the impulse buy people that you gotta love, because you're like, yay, you don't even ask me questions, you just like want to give me your money. And then there's the other people who are complete skeptics and like need to know everything, and like, they want to make sure they're getting the best out of this and all of that. So yeah, I mean, there's so many different types of people. So it makes sense when you think about it that not everyone's going to commit on the same timeline. And again, that all depends on the results that they're seeing from you too, and how much of a relationship they have with you. Usually it's easy for family and friends to buy from you. Gina, like literally the girl, God bless her, has run into every fucking issue you could run into in the beginning of the business. I'm not even kidding. Like, I love you, Gina. I'm so happy you're still here, because she just got like stupid shit. Like, she's like, does this normally happen? I'm like, not really. Like, it's just like everything you could possibly think that people were just like being ridiculous. I don't know.
I signed up a guy who is now going through a divorce, and he literally is just signed up as a coach and never actually bought anything. Yeah. And I didn't hear from him for months. And I'm like, you're getting charged $40 for absolutely nothing. Like you should buy a challenge pack like we had discussed. And he didn't get back to me for months. And then out of nowhere was like, I'm going through a divorce. That's all he said to me. I still have no idea. Like, I'm like, just cancel it then. Like, do something. So he's still actually like on my roster somewhere, getting divorced somewhere, but I haven't heard from him since.
Yeah, it's so
It's
bizarre.
very, very odd.
So hopefully at some point he just buys a challenge pack. But yeah, that's one of the examples of just like weird things she's dealt with. So never feel like if something, you know, the struggles you guys are going through, people are ignoring you, your family thinks you're crazy, your friends are like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, these are normal things, guys. Like, this business, like, has a little some quirks to it, but I'm telling you right now, it will change your life, and it's one of the best things I ever did for myself. And all of those things become like minimal things and not a big deal once you really start getting into it and you get your first message from someone who's like, thank you for changing my life. Like, I can't imagine if this never, like, that feeling, and Holly is one of those people for me, like, that feeling you get from giving that to someone is like nothing else you'll ever experience in your life, guys. Like, we're not selling makeup, like, we're not selling like, you know, candles or whatever those oils things are, and nothing against people that choose to do that, but we're changing lives. And that, like, I get chills when I talk about this because that's why I do this. Like, I just love it so much because of the personal satisfaction that it gives me from helping people. So all of those little things that you need to get through in order to get there, not only to get there to experience these feelings from helping others, of changing your life and like not being able to travel the world or being able to be a stay-home, very successful mom, being able to not live paycheck to paycheck anymore or worry about not being able to go on the next vacation because it's going to break the bank. And like, it's just so stressful and a vacation's supposed to be relaxing. You guys won't have to deal with that anymore. And honestly, I'm speaking from someone that like, I didn't know if it, like, I was a believer from day one, but I still was like, am I brainwashed? Like, but it's true. Like, this can happen for anyone, guys. Like, you just have to keep doing the daily disciplines. Even when it seems like it's not working, it is, because it will pay off. And again, I know Gina and Holly are seeing that. So, you know, I know, Heather, like, you're still new, but like, don't get down on yourself. I know we were talking earlier, like, this is nothing different that you're going through, not that other people haven't gone through, which hopefully will make you feel better. I don't know if that's good or not, but
Yeah, this morning I was just like, what the hell did you do? Like, you couldn't have picked a busier time in life to try to take on something else.
yeah, no, I totally understand that, because your wedding is how soon now?
94 days.
Crazy.
I know, but everybody wants to meet at once, and it's just nuts.
Yeah.
So
Well,
between
at least you
that
don't have
and-
your long commute anymore.
I know, no, I don't, which is great. But now I actually have a job where I have to work, so that's the trade-off.
Yeah, that's true. So is this helpful? Do you guys have other questions? What's going on this month, or like maybe conversations with people and you don't know how to respond or anything like that?
I think one of the only questions that I have is, like, I guess I still just don't really know, like, what to say to people when you reach out. Like, are you just saying hi? And like, I don't really guess I'm understanding exactly what I'm not supposed to be, or but really like what.
Holly, I think you're great at this. So do you want to speak so I'm not the only one?
Yeah, I try to comment. So I'm a Facebook stalker. You know, I like to look at other people's pages. So what I do is, like, this one girl, I haven't talked to her in years, but I was on her page and she makes like these amazing cakes, like birthday cakes. And so I wrote her and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you even baked, you know, you make these amazing, like, you know, what is that channel on TV cakes, like these crazy cakes she makes. So I talked to her about that. And I talked to her about my son and his diet and my diet. You know, I'm like, oh, well, I'm on this clean eating diet, you know, are there different recipes for that? Like, I just tried to tie all that in, but I go to people's pages and I comment on stuff and I like their pages before I'll write them. And then I'll write them about something they're doing. I don't even talk about myself for the longest time. I just try to like tap into something they're doing. And I've found out so many crazy things about my friends that I didn't even know. So it's kind of been cool on both ends. Like, I'm learning about people and I'm pulling people in.
Yeah. Which, again, obviously, this is the best way to do it. Obviously, it's a more time-consuming way because you're forming. What forming is basically, yeah, like friending, like, you know, like getting to know people and getting up to speed on where they are in their life, and so they know like you're a human being and actually care about them, and you're not just trying to sell them something. Like, you know, we don't usually, Beachbody coaches don't just invite people randomly. They don't like put you in a group without asking you. That's not how we try to run things because it's just so salesy. Because again, we're not selling makeup or something. We're trying to change people's lives. So you got to show people you care about them and, you know, build that relationship with them. So that's a really good example. And again, Heather, like, you may be thinking in the back of your mind, because I know for me, sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, like, that's a lot of time. I have to like look at people's Facebooks and then reach out to them. But like, just do it, you know, like whenever you feel like you have the chance. Like, I don't know how organized your time is, like, because I know you're really busy. You know, some people really like to say, for these 20 minutes, I'm going to focus on Beachbody a day. That never worked for me. I kind of always just like, when I had a free minute, I would do it. So I don't know, like maybe trying to figure out like how organized you have to be in order to feel like you're fitting in and it's not stressful.
Yeah.
Because I love being busy. So like for me, it was just like, I don't know. I just was like, okay, I have time now at lunchtime to do something, or like work's really slow today, so I'll put more work into this when I was doing this with my other job. And then, you know, I think the bulk of people's work, unfortunately, like, I don't know what your situation is with your fiance, but like I did so much stuff at night when I first started. And I know it's hard. You have to make, you know, you have to change things in your life if this is something that you want to do. Like, I never watched TV, like, and my boyfriend is super supportive, to be honest. Like, I think it's really hard to do well in this business if you really want to grow it, if you don't have a supportive partner, because if they don't really understand why you're trying to do this on top of everything else you have going on, it will be hard. Because you not only will, like, you feel like you don't have the time to do it, like you almost feel probably guilty because like you're taking that time away from them. So that's maybe something to think about as well. We haven't talked about that, so I don't know what the situation is, but I know Holly, like, God, she's been working like crazy hours. And I'm not saying you have to do that, but like, I'm just talking about like something else that people kind of struggle with when they first get started is finding the time. So.
And for me, like my husband, I mean, he was supportive with me because I was losing weight, but now that he's seeing income come in, he's seeing me be able to do this without, because my other job as a photographer, I always had to get a babysitter and I was always not home, and he had to pick up the slack. Whereas now doing this, he doesn't have to pick up any slack. It's something I'm doing on my own. And he's seeing the benefits from it. So he's seeing me lose weight. He's seeing money come in. So that's helpful to them. So even though it's, for me, not all about the money, for him, it can be, you know, because whatever makes him happy works for me. And he's even started a program now, which is just crazy. All the people that were like, for me in the beginning, were like crazy, are all now on the program. So it's kind of cool to see.
And there's definitely a benefit to that, Heather. Like, if you ever can get him to commit and to sign up your spouse, like it's a huge benefit in this business. So, you know, something for you guys to consider at some point when you guys feel like it's something you can do. I can't remember if we've talked about that yet, but basically it's just another way to duplicate your income. Because how the whole volume works is, so you would be making commissions off him for being under you, and then you would make commissions off him. So it's like basically double. So that's definitely a perk if you guys get to the point where like there's a different program that he wants to do, and you can get him to start drinking the Shakeology, basically. I don't know if he does it all yet, but.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much will eat what I serve him. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of our deal. Not that I have to serve my future husband. I don't mean it that way. But we have the deal that one person cooks and one person cleans. And I absolutely vehemently hate cleaning dishes. So I cook every night. And so he likes the smoothies a lot, the shakes, but he has no idea that he's drinking Shakeology, like at all. Because if I was to tell him, he would just be like, "Oh well," but he like really likes them and has no idea what he's drinking. And he's very supportive, like in the workouts and everything and all of that. I've tried to get him to do them, and But he doesn't really like working out at home. So he does his own thing, which is fine. He's very good with the eating and all that good stuff. So we haven't really talked about the business aspect of it too much, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you just got started too. Yeah. I mean, basically all you would need to do to keep him active was to get more Shakeology.
Right.
So, I mean, if he was drinking it every day and you felt like you guys were running out, but like, again, I mean, I'd like you to start feeling like you're making income until we talk about something like that. Cause I know that's, something that you're not concerned about, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I am. I'm like planning my wedding, and then I just keep, because I'm like having a hard time with the business right now. So there's just like more and more charges on my card. I'm like, no, this is opposite. I'm like, it's supposed to be going the other way.
So even my mom's like trying to work the business. She's so cute. She's gonna be an Emerald coach tomorrow. She's so funny.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got a $60 credit last week. Like, what was that? And I was like, Mom, you made a sale. She's like, $60 for one sale? And I was like, yeah, Mom. She's like, that's great. I was like, she's so funny. I was like, yeah. So it can add up quick. I mean, 2 sales can cover your shakes. So, it definitely does add up quick, like once it starts happening. So that's why
they do bonuses too. I didn't know anything about the bonuses, then I got them, and I was like, I looked at my check and it was like twice as big as I thought it was going to be. So that was kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of those things are really helpful to understand. Once you guys get more, like I try not to overwhelm people too much. It depends on the person. Some people ask me a million questions up first. And I'm like, okay, like I can't even keep up with like how many questions they're asking me. And then other people get overwhelmed. So like, I never know how much information to give you guys. So don't be scared to reach out to me. I know Holly's not. Love you, Holly, but
That's what we were supposed to talk about on Skype. Now I remember. We didn't even talk about it. Was the payment program.
Oh, yeah.
You were supposed to explain it to me.
We can chat Friday if you have time. So that's a whole nother ball game that we can definitely discuss. It'd probably be easier for me to actually sense. I'm a very visual person, especially something with numbers and how it all works. I think it'd be easier for me to send you guys something personally, and then if you have questions, you can ask me. Or we can set up a call at one point where I'm actually like showing you my online office and like how that all works. Because there are a bunch of ways that you can get compensated. So it's good to understand that. I mean, in the beginning, it's basically new sales because you don't really have volume yet because you're growing your team. Your team's not big enough yet, but Holly's now Holly's kind of now experiencing the volume and she doesn't understand how that works. So yeah, I mean, you guys gotta like, please work with me and tell me like, am I giving you enough information? Am I not giving you enough? So like, if you have questions, like please feel free to ask me. Like I'm an open book. I try to make myself available whenever I can. So definitely don't feel like you're bothering me because I'd rather you guys be like hounding me because I'm like, yay, they want to learn. That's exciting. And it helps me too, honestly, guys. Like I've realized through this journey that becoming a leader is one of the things I love, and answering your questions and helping you guys benefits me because the more I talk about it, the easier it gets for me. So, you can just look at it as you're actually helping me. You're not bothering me, if that makes you feel better about it. So yeah.
Heather.
Yep.
This is Gina. If you do a call, I would love to get more information about how to maximize your income because I still don't even really fully understand that. I'm just kind of plodding along and trying to get discount coaches. But if you were thinking about doing a team call like that and like showing us,
maybe
what that looks like, really.
Maybe I'll do it Monday because I have time to plan for that. Yeah, I think I'll do it Monday.
That's a good idea.
And even if you guys can't call on Monday, obviously it will be recorded. Because I think a lot of people have that question in their business. Like, I hinted on that on my team call this week. Like, you guys need to be honest with me about like what you want to gain from this. Like, what are your goals? Are you trying to retire from your other job? Are you trying to retire your spouse? Are you trying to buy a house? Like, I don't know, like what are your financial goals and how does that align with how your business is growing so I can help you in the best way possible to like help you make that happen. Because without understanding completely how your business works, you may not get there as quick as you would if you understood it all. You definitely will get there, but maybe just not as quick. So it's definitely good for you guys to understand that. So I'm more than happy to set up a call on that for sure, if there's a lot of people that feel like this is what they're struggling on. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much other stuff to go over, guys. I'm feeling this month being tough. I don't know why, because again, I'm talking to a lot of people, but I'm hoping for all of us that people come around, and I'm hoping. So another thing that's great, and again, this is another time thing, but like groups, Heather, another thing you consider is a Shakeology tasting. Gina's been doing these. So like setting up a day, this is more of like an in-person thing instead of an online, but like, I don't know if you have friends that live close to you or people, but like she basically sets up these like Shakeology tasters, and it's just fun. And she has people come over and has like healthy appetizers, but then like everyone tries Shakeology. So that's something to consider. That's fun to kind of get people to try it. Of course, you could always just give out samples too, but free groups have been known to really be helpful too. Basically gaining people's interest before they have to purchase something, building that relationship with them, and then trying to get them to commit to a program. And it can be whatever free group that you want to do. Like we're doing a 7-day clean eating, which again, the nutrition route, Heather, would probably be interesting to you and something you could do. You could even do like quick, easy meals or whatever it is that you think would be fun. Some people do like, how to get abs and, I don't know, like there's all types of different things that you can do depending on what your interest is. Mm-hmm. But that's also a good way to form with new people too. So maybe something to think about.
Yeah, I saw someone in Drop the Cookie doing a Shakeology sneak peek. It's a 5-day sneak peek. And I've never heard of that. But yeah. That was interesting.
They see that though, that might be, they're still making people buy like the sampler pack though. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Cause I'm like, how would you do that? But I'm starting a fit club online. Not online, but I made a group online. So in my town, I'm going to start a fit club so people can go like once a week or once every other week and do a free workout with me. We're trying to find a free place to do it. But also I just started a walking group, which has nothing to do with Beachbody, but I'm guaranteeing it'll come up in conversation while we're walking, Yeah. So it's just different ways to meet people. And just making that group, I had someone check out my page, message me, and purchase a pack. So, and that was me. I didn't even think that would happen that quick out of that. And she was someone that I had never met before. So it's kind of neat meeting someone in my town too.
Yeah. Awesome.
Are you going to talk about Team Cup at all, or what's going on with that? Or
well, I mean, all of this basically, the things I'm talking about is to get successful points, right? Like what you need to be doing to get there. So I don't think we need to talk specifically about Team Cup. Okay. I think you guys get it. Like it's ran on Success Club points. So as long as you are doing the things that we're talking about, you should be getting Success Club points. I don't want you guys to get stuck on the 35 and they get stuck on, we have to be the best at Team Cup and like get overwhelmed. And, it all depends what motivates you guys. Like, do you get motivated by the gifts? Do you get motivated by money? I guess that's a better understanding of like what I can do to help you guys in order to like get excited about the Team Cup too.
I think right now I'd just be so excited if I even signed one person up.
I think one thing
like,
that I can say about so in the beginning with Heather, she would always tell me to sign people up as discount coaches. And I was like wicked hung up on asking people for their social security number. And I was always nervous to do that. And I found all I do is people always, I've never had someone not ask about how I deal with the expense of it, and I'm like, well, I get a discount through being a coach. And then I explained that they could be a discount coach. And I stress that doesn't mean that they have to actually be a coach. And people people are so free with their social security number. I was talking to Heather about this, and they're kind of easy about it and go and do it. So I'm not afraid to suggest the coaching opportunity to anyone before, but I always start at a discount coach.
Yeah.
And then I'm hoping some people will turn around, because I don't have any actual active coaching coaches yet, but I have a lot of discount coaches.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with people like getting worried about it. Like maybe like one person or a few people since I've been a coach. I don't know. I mean, honestly, it literally, I just tell people it goes right into the computer. It's really, they won't use it unless you work the business. It's for those purposes, you know. So Heather, let me know if that's an issue ever, but I really haven't had it be an issue by many people. So usually if you tell people you can be saving $30 a month, like that's exciting for them and they don't really care.
I did have one of my customers write me the other day and say, hey, I just got a charge for 16 something on my card. What is that? And I was like, oh, that's, I just reminded her that that's her coaching fee.
Because you do send welcome emails, right?
Yes. Yeah, but I don't think they read them, but I explain everything to them.
No one reads them.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
I always have to re-explain everything on the welcome email. Nobody ever reads them.
I put in my subject, please read the entire email, because like hoping that, people still don't read it, but I think because I do that now, most people read it, or they glance at least. But yeah, Holly, as far as the Team Cup, yeah, really guys, like this whole thing is run around Success Club. It's a way to get you guys excited about these prizes and for us to really work as a small team to help each other to reach our goals. So the one thing I really want to say is to use that. I have my team page that I'm trying to inspire everyone on at all times, but let's use that page to inspire each other as a small group and like get everyone excited and pumped up for this. And, let's take this opportunity, even if we don't win the friggin' Team Cup. Like, I don't care about that. Like, I just want you guys to have fun, like us to be able to support each other and, hitting Success Club and hitting our goals and just, getting excited about it. If we get these free gifts, like great. I don't know how much people care about free gifts. I had one coach for a bit, like she literally just did this for the gifts. Like she's so funny. Like she just wanted the gifts and then she just fell off because she really didn't care about helping people. She was like, I didn't get my Success Club gift. And I was like, that's all you care about? Like, so that was kind of odd. I've never been like that much of a person for free stuff. So, whatever drives you guys, like use that in order to succeed. But yeah, I really just want to take this opportunity for us to all work really closely together. We can have these calls weekly on top of the team calls. If you guys want to, the rest of this month, if you guys feel like it's helpful, but yeah, I really just wanted to get on and talk through the challenges you guys are having and how you feel like I can help in order to get you guys those successful points that you're looking for. So I hope it was helpful.
I like that, I don't think I'd know either of these two other girls if we hadn't had this call, so it's kind of a good way to get to know the other coaches on our team. Because I know that's one thing I haven't done as much is reach out to other coaches on our team, even though Heather's always telling me to. I feel like I'm adding all these new people and then I'm almost afraid that I'm going to add someone and forget they're a coach and send them an email. But I think I like that it's a good way to meet people on our team and kind of bounce ideas off each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I love getting on these calls for that reason, because this is why the pages are so important for you guys to use them too, because you might feel weird asking a question or shy and someone might have the same question. So that's why this is so valuable. So, Holly brings something up that she's struggling on, and Heather maybe in the back of her mind is like, yeah, I'm struggling with that too, even though she just didn't say it. So, that's how we can really help each other and kind of talk through things. Or maybe you're like, I didn't even realize I was struggling on that, or I can be doing that differently. So that's why these are really important, and also why it's really important to use the team pages and to engage as much as possible. Don't spend, be resourceful, but don't spend too much time like trying to find the answer to something and get overwhelmed and annoyed and then like drop everything for the day. Like if you guys feel like you need assistance on anything and you don't want to bother just me, just post in the page and ask everyone. The page is pretty helpful. People respond at this point, So definitely feel like that's something that you guys can utilize as well.
Heather, I don't know if you noticed, but not Shakeology, the 21-day fix pack went up.
Yeah,
It went up at 6 o'clock. It's so weird how they do that. I was careful all day because I knew it was going to go up because it went up. The other one went up on the 10th at like noon.
Yeah.
So I was so scared I was going to be like, it's $140, and then they'd go to buy and it'd be $160.
Yeah.
But it went up.
Size is still on sale. I'm trying to push it, but I really haven't been doing it myself. So it's the thing that I think will get people excited about Size is actually posting videos of yourself doing it. So
I'm
unfortunately,
thinking about having a party at my house where I like project it onto my garage or something and have my friends come over and do it.
that'd be fun.
That's because I'm like, so far I'm not having any luck with Size.
Yeah.
21-day fix, I am, because I'm doing that program. And I guess part of me is almost scared to talk about other programs too, because people know that I'm doing this and I don't want them to think, well, if that's working so well for her, why is she doing these other ones too? So that's a balance I've had a hard time keeping.
You can say you need to mix it up, right? Like like you don't want to plateau in your results because most people understand that.
Well, today I did T25 because my back hurt, so that got me to post up. That did work too, by the way. Thanks for the suggestion.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I think there's ways you can go about like talking about that and like why you mix it up and try new things and that. But that sounds fun. I think you could do that and then videotape like everyone doing it and post that too, because then that would get other people like really excited. So that sounds like a really cool, fun thing to do. Like anything you guys can do kind of outside of the box that like is different and exciting is huge to not only make you stand out from other coaches, but again, so people want to follow you and it's fun. For those that don't follow her yet, like I have a girl crush on Bonnie Engel. She's amazing. You guys need to follow her. Love her. Like she's hilarious. Like she like sings. She has this amazing voice. So she like sings and makes these funny videos and she's just hilarious. Like I'm like, I wish I had that funny gene. Cause like I was talking about with Matt this weekend. He's like, what can make you different? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, you're not really funny. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. He's like, I'm not. And I was like, oh. So yeah, so I'm trying to find like how I can.
I'm teaching Heather sarcasm.
Yeah, I'm not very good at sarcasm. Trying to get better since I live in like sarcasm central.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Sarcasm's my thing.
Nice. Well, you and Holly get along really well then.
And I spent like a full day with Heather, and at the end of the day, she tells me that she doesn't get sarcasm. And I'm like, you must think I'm the worst person in the whole world.
No, I mean, it's because like I'm used to it, but like I just don't like laugh and like give it back like most people. I don't know. I just take it all in, I guess. But that's funny. Like sarcasm, like people's posts that like are sarcastic in a good way, like make me laugh though. So like, I mean, that can be fun. But yeah, I definitely have to get to bed soon, guys. I'm sorry, but thank you so much for jumping on the call, and I really love getting together with you guys and having these, you know, small calls. So like Holly said, we get to know each other better and kind of work through things. So again, reach out to me at any time, guys. I hope this was helpful and get you guys excited about Team Cup in this month and what you think it can do for you. So just keep being excited and stay passionate and positive, and things will happen.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I will. I'll post this in our Team Cup page too, so then other people and you guys can review it. And I'll also post the other things we talked about and the team call to be about and all of that. Alrighty. Have a good night, guys.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that last part.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.